Hey, it's the Fort Worth Playboy.
And my Playboys Bunny.
And today's topic is girls are never single.
They're never really single. We're always fucking someone.
This is a very hard fact for most men to wrap their head around. And when you're younger, it's counterintuitive. Girls are masters, and you have to understand this. They are hardwired to be able to hide men from each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
You will never know. I mean, she could be seeing 2 or 3 guys, and if it's by her choice, you will never know.
Yeah.
No.
And there are exceptions to every rule. We know.
We're talking about the vast majority of girls that you'll deal with.
But a lot of men want to pretend like the girl they're talking to is the exception to the rule, and I'm afraid she probably isn't.
She's not. She's just doing what girls do, which is hiding men from each other. Because it's hard. I mean, evolutionary, they would lose their life.
Yeah.
If a girl got outside, the tribe, or, if she was seeing 2 people within the tribe and one found out about the other. Ooh. And just like today, a married woman who's cheating and then the husband finds out, or even the other person finds out that she's married and he drops a dime on her. I mean, girls are hardwired to do this, and they just do it naturally.
Well, the bottom line is girls absolutely do not have time to spend all of their time on one man just for it to go bad.
Exactly.
So we have to run multiple men at one time in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
In order to find the best prospect as quickly and efficiently as possible.
It looks like what we do as men when we run like a soft harem, but it's usually for less. It's less of a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's more of necessity.
Yeah.
And usually, and girls date most of the time with the sole purpose of narrowing it down to one guy.
Yeah.
To be their boyfriend or serious boyfriend or husband.
Absolutely.
And that's, they sometimes, some girls, there's anomalies out there that'll run 2 or 3 guys over time, but hardwired, they're looking for that one guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Most of you will discover this, and we kind of convey it when you go out with a girl, it goes really well, you nail her, and then she ghosts you. And you think it's something you did or said,
right,
or acted, or, you start looking at your text, you're like, what did I say? It's not you.
Exactly.
99% of the time, her ex-husband has come back on the scene. And when I hear this a lot from girls, they go, yeah, well, while we were kind of like starting to see each other, my ex-boyfriend wanted to see if we could work it out.
Exactly. That happens
they're coming
a lot.
to see you. Yeah. I mean, if you're usually meeting a girl, she's usually coming out of a relationship.
Yeah.
And my ex-boyfriend wanted to see, or a better prospect came along, nothing personal.
Yeah.
Girls make bad decisions all the time.
Yeah.
And she thought a better prospect would come along. She might have just been in town girls lie like we breathe. And she might have just been in town, or even maybe her husband came back to town.
Right.
Quite often, it has nothing to do with
you.
It's just she's seeing somebody else or someone's else.
Yeah.
And you were the low man on the totem pole. She didn't know you well enough.
Just because, a lot of times it's more of an investment, a level of investment.
Yeah.
It's not that you're not the highest quality of all of them, but she doesn't necessarily know that right now.
No. And that's just like nailing girls. A lot of it's just about timing.
Yeah.
You got to get her when she's single.
Exactly.
Or in transition.
Or accepting applications.
Yeah, exactly. or a lot of these girls, you got to remember too, a lot of girls will start fishing. They'll start looking for, the next branch to grab while they're still. So they may actually have a boyfriend. When they go out with you, he just doesn't know they're breaking up.
Well, like we say all the time, girls never break up without a plan.
No,
that plan usually involves the next man.
And those plans can last anywhere between a couple weeks to a year to 2 years.
Yes, absolutely.
Depending on the girl's investment and what her plans are.
Oh, a woman will know that she's going to break up with you or end a marriage, but
she'll let you put her through college.
but go through an entire grad school program or
Yeah.
something like that.
Women are very
seen
patient.
it done.
Women are very patient.
Yeah.
When it comes to stuff like that, guys not as much.
Yeah.
Especially younger guys.
For sure.
But again, the idea is when a girl ghosts you, and you've had success in the past, it's not you.
It's not you.
It's them, and you just erase it from your mind. And quite often, they come back around.
Yeah.
You know.
Then you just decide how you want to handle that.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are like, "Oh, I'd never take her back" or whatever. But Fort Worth says it's okay to put her in the rotation, just don't ever take her seriously.
Yeah, and as soon as you know, let's say you want to get a reputation as a player or a playmaker, you never take it personally when a girl disappears. When she reaches back out to you, you just go, "Great, why don't you come on over and pick up some wine on your way up?" Immediately set up a meetup. Don't ask her where she's been. You become the guy that they're glad to see.
Yeah.
Because you're not digging, well, where'd you go? What have you been? They don't,
No.
But what's funny, though, is within about 24 hours, they'll tell you. And you don't even ask.
Sure.
They'll be like, don't you wonder where I was? And I was like, well, yeah, sure. Where were you?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Well, you know, my ex-husband came back and it didn't quite work. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you have to do. You have to be non-judgmental and just open to accepting her to come back. Because this is what women do.
Well, and if you are a man who is not looking to be a player or a playboy or a playmaker, and you are looking for someone to live life with and to settle down with, for lack of a better way to say it, then a woman circling back around after ghosting you is disrespectful. And so you probably don't have any interest in letting her do it to you, having a second chance to do it to you again.
Yeah, guys have different tolerance levels.
Yeah.
Depending on their own, what they perceive them, what they want out of life at that moment.
Yeah. So, you just take all this with a grain of salt, but know that more often than not, it actually had nothing to do with anything that you did wrong or even you just were, or she just wasn't all that invested in you at the time.
And you just have to keep in mind that a reasonably attractive girl, and I mean a girl that you would go out with, attractive enough for you to go out with.
Yeah.
Unlike guys where we'll go, we can have like maybe a dry period of like 6 weeks, 6 months. Or you go off to basic training, you go 6 weeks or 12 weeks without banging, and we're losing our minds. You know what I mean? But girls from, say, 12 or 13, a reasonably attractive girl has a boyfriend. And they go from one boyfriend to the next boyfriend to the next boyfriend.
And are constantly being hit on from the moment puberty hits.
You talk to some of these girls that are attractive in their mid-30s or 40s, and they'll say, it's the first time I've ever been single in my life. And they mean for like a week or two.
Yeah.
But they've literally always either been married or had a very serious boyfriend.
Exactly.
They might see a couple guys in between boyfriends, but there's always somebody that they're seeing.
There's a lot of don't counts, which is why we always say, girls will always say that they've had 3 serious relationships. Their high school sweetheart, their college boyfriend, and then their husband.
Yeah, that's if you ever get into the counting thing.
Yeah.
You can't rely on the number because girls will only count the guys that they were with seriously, and we're talking no more than 4.
Yeah.
3 is the average number that they'll admit to. High school boyfriend, college boyfriend, and then their husband.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or if the college boyfriend became their husband, then you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're number 3. You're lucky number 3.
And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll never know. So don't beat yourself up. And just know that if you get ghosted, it's got nothing to do with your behavior or you who you are. It's just a timing issue. And she was already fucking somebody else.
Yeah. We don't tell you this stuff to frustrate you. We tell you to make your life a little easier.
Yeah. It's the reality of it. That way you're not blindsided and you start wondering, man, maybe my picker's broke.
Yeah.
It ain't you.
No.
It ain't you.
Trust me, it's her picker that's broke.
It's her. All right? So there's your lesson for the day. Girls are never single.
Nope.
Have a great day.
Bye.